CTV News at 5 with Tony Ryma and Rick Wyman with weather.
Good evening. So glad you could be with us on this Thursday. We start with a pair of scams police are warning the public about. Police in North Bay are warning of a contractor scam after a local resident lost thousands of dollars. According to police, the victim made a $12,000 deposit for a new roof from a company posing as legitimate roofers. The fraudsters removed the shingles on the victim's house and never returned. People have been posing as roofers, pavers, and other home maintenance workers across the Northeast. Similar scams have popped up in Timmins and in Sudbury. Police are reminding the public if the deal sounds too good to be true, it probably is. These scammers usually come to your door using high-pressure sales tactics and always ask for money up front. Do your research before hiring anyone to do work on your home. Manitoulin OPP are also warning the public about a scam involving traffic camera tickets. Police say text messages like this one are being sent out saying you owe money as a result of speeding or traffic camera infractions and that you will face serious penalties for non-payment. The OPP confirms this is a scam. Do not click on any links or send them any money. They add that when you receive messages like this, you should take 5 and tell 2. Take 5 minutes to review and think about whether the message is real and talk to 2 people about it before acting. It's time for your first check on weather. Local smoke is still in the air and above normal temperatures. Has the rain arrived where you live? For more details, we go to CTV's Rick Wyman.
Okay, Tony, remember the forecast that we had last night at the same time? 24 hours later, it's the same forecast. Risk of a thunderstorm and the chance of showers right across the Northeast. More humidex readings for tomorrow. All kidding aside, your first take on weather brought to you by CAA. Get your membership today at getcaa.ca. This is the system that's moving into the Northeast. And in some cases, there may be some precipitation according to Environment Canada. Risk of a thunderstorm for tomorrow. Chance of showers at 30 to 40% and high humidex readings. What you had today, you'll get tomorrow. Tony, back to you.
Okay, thanks for that, Rick. A Sudbury driver has been charged after stunt driving and leading police on a chase down Highway 17. Police say on Tuesday they clocked the 25-year-old driver doing 100 kilometers an hour in a posted 50 zone in West Nipissing. When they attempted to pull the vehicle over, the driver didn't stop. The vehicle was later spotted in Marksday Warren, where police were able to get the driver to stop. The operator only had a G1 driver's license, which means they were supposed to have a fully licensed driver with them at all times. They were charged with failing to have that person with them, stunt driving, and failing to stop. Fire services responded to a boat fire in North Bay yesterday afternoon around 3 o'clock. Heavy black smoke could be seen along Memorial Drive. The fire was put out quickly and a boom was used to remove the wreck from the lake and absorb contaminants from the water. The cause of the fire has not yet been determined. An update now for you on last night's road closure in Elliott Lake. According to police, an ATV collided with a hydro pole which shut down Mississauga Avenue for about 2 hours between Timmins Road and Dunn Road around 7 o'clock. A 22-year-old was transported to the local hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The road was closed because the collision downed some power lines and crews had to repair the damage. There's over $1 billion in new federal funding for the softwood lumber industry. Experts hope this could change the business and end what has been one of the largest trade disputes dating back to the Second World War. CTV's Corey Nordstrom has more.
Communities like White River depend heavily on the forestry sector, with more than half of the town's employment tied to the local sawmill. The Prime Minister's announcement of $1.2 billion is a relief to residents who also welcome the opportunity to grow the business's clients within their own backyard.
We will be our own best customer.
I think it was 93% or close to that was exported to the States from our mill alone. And that number is going to shrink and our Supply in Canada number is going to increase with this government support. So that's definitely a win for our community and for our forestry industry.
Many towns in the north rely on their forests, and until this week, there had been frustration with the lack of focus on the industry.
steel sector, the aluminum sector, the automotive sector always had front and center attention. And there was never any mention of the lumber forestry sector, which is deeply concerning because it's such a major employer in Northern Ontario.
The current trade war may appear to have been the catalyst for the new funding, but industry experts say this has been going on since 2008.
Since the Department of Commerce began collecting duties in the current iteration of this dispute, the total amount, including interest, in the U.S. is around $10 billion.
Dunn sees the timing of the new funds as critical and expects that additional costs to cross-border lumber sales are coming.
2 weeks ago, we saw the anti-dumping duty increase to 20%. We're anticipating as early as tomorrow that the countervailing duty could go up to 14% or so. Combined, the duty would be about 34.45%. We have never seen a rate as high as that.
Experts also worry the United States will add to the 35% tariffs on forest products, targeting panels, pulp, and paper products. Dunn believes Prime Minister Carney is committed to the lumber industry and sees ending the years-long dispute as a top priority. Corey Nordstrom, CTV News, Sault Ste. Marie.
Time for a quick break. Coming up on CTV News at 5, Rick has your full weather forecast. But first, let's head to Algonquin Park. This is a live look. It's overcast and 29 degrees. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
When you see it happen, send it to CTV News. Text 10400 from your screen to ours. Text 10400.
Here we go, night number 2, the same kind of forecast that you may have witnessed last night. So you can still stick around and watch this forecast because it's interesting in terms of the long-term effects over the course of the next couple of days. So don't go away for the next couple of minutes. Forecast radar, precipitation moving into the northeast. You can see it's more north of Timmins, hovering around Kapuskasing, north of Temiskaming Shores. We'll keep a close eye on that. Risk of a thunderstorm and shower activity. Then a system moving in by tomorrow into Saturday as well. So be very careful. Here we go. Environment Canada with the chance of showers and the risk of a thunderstorm tomorrow. Sudbury Nickel Belt, humidex of 32. Just a tried, tested, and true day like today. Saturday, Sunday, chance of showers. Monday, Tuesday, chance of showers again. Your temperatures hovering anywhere from 25 to 28 degrees. Meanwhile, in Sault Ste. Marie, Algoma, humidex of 36 tomorrow. It'll be a hot, very warm day, to say the least, in the Sioux. Chance of showers Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Your temperatures ranging from 24 to 29 over the course of the next couple of days. In Timmins, Cochrane, Kapuskasing, humidex reading of 33. Then the chance of showers Saturday, Sunday. Break in the action Monday, some sun and cloud at 27. Tuesday, chance of showers. And again, that range of temperatures from 29 downwards to 24. Temiskaming Shores, Kirkland Lake, humidex of 33 tomorrow. Chance of showers for no less than 4 days here. Your temperatures will vary from 25 to 29. You might get the odd sunny break on Sunday, but again, this is the trend, a typical hot, humid weather. Low pressure system just languishing over northeastern Ontario, and this is what we're getting. You may get rain, you may not get rain, you may get a thunderstorm, you may not get one. That's the forecast according to Environment Canada, but the humidex readings are high for at least the start of August as we know it. North Bay, West Nipissing, humidex of 34 tomorrow. Chance of showers on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Temperatures ranging from 25 to 29. Promising, Tony? I don't know. Environment Canada keeps on telling me risk of a thunderstorm and the chance of showers. We'll have to see how it all plays out. Back to you.
That's right. I'll believe it when I see it. Thanks, Rick. It's an app used by 60 chambers of commerce, and it was designed by a Sudbury woman. The app also features discounts by local businesses. CTV's Madison Merrier tells us more.
At an age when most wind down into retirement, Karen Hasty is just beginning a new professional chapter in her life.
And after, a 32-year career, I wasn't ready to just sit and, become a retiree. I wanted to give back to my community, and I've always been passionate about small business, and the opportunity came along to work with the Greater Sudbury Chamber.
Hasty is another example of how spirit triumphs the getting older stereotypes.
It's been well received from all levels. We have chambers appreciating to have a tool that they can offer to their members. Consumers love the idea of being able to save money and supporting Canadian businesses.
It's available to all chamber members, all of our almost 900 chamber members. And really it came to be from the leadership of Karen Hasty and the board of directors at the time.
This free app is available for everyone to use on a mobile device, and it gives an inside scoop of discounts on local northern businesses like Twigs and MIC here in Sudbury.
I think it's good to support a local startup. I think it's going to be successful nationwide. I think that's fun and important for local business to grow and grow together.
I think that's just an indication of the innovation and of the quality of new ventures that we have here in the community. The Chamber is very supportive of those. We always will be, and we love working with Karen and promoting the app to our members. It's of great value to them.
It's been exciting. I mean, like I said, an app that started in Sudbury, intended to be used here, and then we got some interest from other chambers across Ontario, and now we are coast to coast in over 58 cities.
Madison Marier, CTV News, Sudbury.
For the first time since the pandemic, the Nipissing Country Music Association held its Northern Ontario Open Country Singing Contest in Callander near North Bay. The competition was held over the long weekend, and the winner was from Timmins. Leslie Ann Dupuis came in first and also received a $1,000 prize. She says she sang two songs, one from Roy Orbison and the other from Reba McEntire. Both selections were picked out by her father. Dupuis adds that she won the competition despite health conditions and is working on a new album.
I'm actually working on releasing an album finally, and I'm waiting for some grant information to see if I'm going to be successful in any parts of that. And I've been saving my money a lot, and I've got a lot of great songs that I'm looking forward to releasing in the next little while.
Dupuis says she has formed a band and hopes to one day perform at the Calgary Stampede. Congratulations to Leslie Ann Dupuis. Summer camp coming up on CTV News at 5. These students are getting exposed to mining along with science, technology, engineering, and math. Indigenous youth from across the province have been in Sudbury over the past few days for a summer camp hosted by Laurentian University and Cambrian College. The students have been immersed in STEM activities and mining. CTV's Amanda Hicks reports.
A tour of the Big Nickel capped off 3 days of the Outland Youth Employment Program STEM and Mining Experience in Sudbury. It's hosted by Laurentian University's Goodman School of Mines in collaboration with Cambrian College.
They participated in STEM activities at Laurentian in engineering, in our sciences, and undertook some experiences in Indigenous history and cultural community to learn about the two different areas of STEM and Indigenous communities in the Sudbury region.
The 6-week program began in Timmins and is in Sudbury for the first time to put a spotlight on mining. Students have participated in various science, technology, engineering, and math workshops, as well as took a tour underground at NORCAT. For ages 16 to 19, a focus is to highlight employment in the north.
We're trying to maybe fill in some of the holes that the school curriculum might have with some more experiential work-related activities and education, so they get a number of certifications that prepare them for the workforce as soon as they graduate high school or even before.
25 Indigenous youth are here from at least 10 First Nations communities, including Temiskaming, Matagami, and Attawapiskat. 2 students I spoke to say this program has been a valuable experience.
I really enjoyed this past week, the Science Week. There's a lot of introduction into like the STEM and trades, so I'm really interested in geology. So that was quite fun.
I didn't exactly know, what the program had to offer for me. And when I do leave, I have that confidence to work, that I belong in any atmosphere of the workforce.
The final 2 weeks will take youth back to Timmins, where they will engage in a variety of activities, including tree planting, as well as a job simulator and canoe training. Amanda Hicks, CTV News, Sudbury.
Timmins City Council has approved $500,000 towards the construction of a new multi-sport dome being built at Northern College's Timmins campus. The money will come from the city's portion of the municipal accommodation tax. It'll be provided to Northern after the facility is complete to help the college purchase new sports and fitness equipment for the community. Focused recreational space. Once complete, the dome promises year-round access to indoor recreation opportunities in the city.
We've been fortunate enough, we've all seen the drawings, what's going on. I know I've had meetings with them and whatnot else, and I think this is the best thing, one of the best things happening here in the city of Timmins, because we don't have to build it. We don't have to maintain it. We don't have nothing. They are doing it all, and we are going to have something that's a lot larger than the one they have in North Bay, 60,000 square feet bigger or something like this. It's huge.
The municipal accommodation tax is collected from overnight stays at hotels and other various accommodations. A special ceremony this fall for a former Sioux Greyhound who excelled in the National Hockey League. The Hounds are going to raise Jeff Carter's number 7 jersey to the rafters on November 22nd. Carter played 4 seasons with the Greyhounds from 2001 until 2005. He scored 123 goals and 123 assists over his junior career. He was drafted by the Philadelphia Flyers in 2003. Carter played 19 seasons in the NHL and won the Stanley Cup with the Los Angeles Kings in 2012 and 2014. He also played for Columbus and Pittsburgh before calling it a career. Could news stories return to some online platforms? We'll tell you more in our Tech Talk segment. You're watching First at 5. Prime Minister Mark Carney is looking to rescind a piece of legislation, and WhatsApp is taking down accounts linked to scam centers. To talk more about these topics, let's bring in cybersecurity and tech analyst Ritesh Kotak. He joins us from Toronto. Hi there, Ritesh.
Hello.
Prime Minister Carney is considering rescinding the Online News Act. What does this mean for companies like Meta?
So when the Online News Act was first introduced and the regulations were published late 2023, companies like Meta, which is the parent company of Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, decided that they were actually going to pull news off their site. So you can't share news links, you won't be able to comment on the news. And we started seeing a bunch of issues coming out of it. First of all, a lot of local communities weren't able to share news, but also this increase of misinformation and disinformation from content that was allowed on. So now it looks like everyone is back at the bargaining table discussing what the tariffs and future arrangements between Canada and the US, and one big issue is the regulation of tech companies. So there's a good possibility that Prime Minister Carney may rescind or change the Online News Act, which would have forced Meta to pay billions of dollars to the Canadian government. So if that happens and there's a change, we might be able to see news back on Meta platforms.
And that's good news indeed. WhatsApp is taking down almost 7 million accounts linked to criminal scam centers. Tell us more.
So every year we hear about how many accounts on WhatsApp, Meta, all these fake accounts from scammers that get continuously identified and taken down. First of all, 7 million seems like a large number. Just you got to remember there's billions of people using these platforms. But what Meta is doing, or WhatsApp is doing, is they've figured out a way to leverage artificial intelligence to identify these accounts and give users new tools. Some of us who use WhatsApp and other platforms might have seen an increase in spam messages being added to groups that we never signed up for. Well, what Meta is doing here with these tools is essentially a few things. First of all, they'll identify these accounts and take them down. Number two, you will get notified if this account is potentially spam, so you don't end up clicking on it and giving them your information. So AI essentially being used for good in this case.
Ritesh, what about those email scams? Is there a way to steer clear of those?
So I always tell people, look, you're getting messages on phone, text, apps, but also email. Email seems to be still the predominant way scam messages are being sent. And one of the big reasons is we use one email or two email addresses for everything. So I always recommend to individuals use different email address. But Apple has actually introduced a feature. They've had it for a while. They're really promoting it now, which is Hide My Email. And essentially what Hide My Email does is when you go to a website or you're in store and you need to sign up using your email address to get that deal, instead of giving your own email address, what you're able to do is generate a email address that isn't that's yours. It's linked to your account, but isn't your name or something that you or an email address that you use on your in your daily lives. This is really important because now these vendors, these organizations, if there ever is a breach, aren't able to get your actual email address and spam you, because you can delete that email yet reap all the rewards. So I can see Apple has done this, and I can see other organizations looking at new tools for consumers to protect their email address, their identity, and just keep you safe and secure in this social cyber digital world.
Ritesh, thanks so much for your time. Always appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.
Ritesh Kotak joined us from Toronto, and to see more of our Tech Talk series, head to our website, CTVNewsNorthernOntario.ca. Our first community close-up comes to us from North Bay. The Near North District School Board and Theatre Outreach on stage are hosting the production Seussical. The musical runs until Saturday and is being held at West Ferris Secondary School. We are off to Espanola. Wendy Cullen sent us these photographs. She says her friend took these shots of the famous shoe tree on Jacqueline Road in Espanola. Thanks so much, Wendy. And check out this beautiful picture of a sunset and a fire north of Cochrane toward Detour Mine along Highway 652. Al emailed us this photograph. We'll have the colors in the picture. Thanks again, Al. And there's more news for the North coming up at 6. For now, continue watching as we hand things over to CTV National News.